Chris John for KojiPop.com, and today we're looking at Pahelika Secret Legend HD on the iPhone. I wonder whether there is a Pahelika Secret Legend SD. Otherwise, they've jumped straight to the HD here, and they're in trouble if they want to do a Super HD later on. They're going to have to call it Pahelika Secret Legends Armageddon Edition or something like that. This is an adventure game of sorts. It's described in the App Store. Hang on.
Strange structure looked like a teleporter. Perhaps it had the power to send me home. The problem was to get it to work.
Yes, the problem was to get it to work. It's tough to get work this day and age. The economy, eh? Pff, ha. This, for whatever reason, I think it describes itself in the App Store as a hidden object game. It's not quite true. There's lots of hidden objects involved, but it isn't a hidden object game per se. What it is kind of, I think the best way to think about it is it's kind of like The Room in a kind of low rent sense. This is being done by an Indian studio, which you don't hear of too much. I think there's a lot of outsourcing happening in sort of Indian places, but you don't hear that much about indie games coming out of there. So that's cool. And yeah, it's built around this sort of Indian legend of a deposed warrior, and then you are this guy who seems to be some sort of, I don't know, special investigator or private eye that stumbles upon this book, and then he gets sucked through time portals in a mist kind of way. And then you're in these places, and you sort of have to pinch to zoom in and out, and there's puzzle things. It's very much like The Room in that regard, but everything's sort of 2D art and, not as pretty looking, obviously. And usually, typically, like you do in The Room, you want to sort of sweep the area and click on different things to add them to your inventory. And I probably want that as well. Have a look at that. Oh, and sometimes some of these things will give you hints. So let's see here. To extinguish the hellfire, each of the sands on Zerunia must be used on it in correct order blank. Bacon. Incorrect order bacon. Incorrect order. Blah 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 blah. First, we must use the XXX because occasionally these hints pop up, which are pretty easy to understand here. The color of the something RA something S. Well, obviously the first one is red, and the other one is oh, I see, grass. There you go. And then, so you want to go red, then green, then blue, and then the color of the vibrant sunflower is yellow. This isn't on, so I need to find a yellow thing, obviously. This isn't on easy or anything. This is kind of the state of the game so far. It's well, I mean, to be fair, this is fairly early on. This is only about half an hour into the game. There's a thing here. I think I probably will find my yellow thing that I need in this box, and some of the things you touch will generate a puzzle on their own. So they're little mini puzzles here, much like The Room in that regard. So I've got to finish off this jigsaw puzzle, so move that, put that over. Where should that be, eh? Can I rotate it or something? No, I should have been paying attention to that tutorial, maybe this bit of green might be easier to understand then. But even so, I mean, even though it's fairly easy, I'm gonna stumble here just because I wasn't paying attention. That should be somewhere up here, shouldn't it? Oh, I can skip a puzzle if I don't feel worthy of it. Where should you be? I don't know. This is right. Okay. Well, that obviously is somewhere around here. So there, maybe. There we go. Okay. So then that gloms into place, and this bit. looks like here to me. There we go. Oh, okay, and then it gives you another bit. Keeps on giving you bits as you go. That's obviously that far corner. There we go. Bosh. Yeah, I mean, it is fairly easy, fairly soft. You can actually download... Oh my goodness, this is irritating. One of those things where it's the puzzle piece is popping up above my finger so that I can see it. But that kind of means that I run out of screen real estate to put it down. So, wow. We might not be able to finish this puzzle just because of that. Can I come at it from the other end? Fine. Yeah, someone didn't think this part through. Well, you know, hey, if you're watching, guys who made this, that's a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can do the other bits. It's fairly sort of soft in terms of giving you an awful lot of tutorials and things like that. It doesn't really go anywhere. Oh, there you go. But I don't think we're going to be able to finish this puzzle. I think we might have to use the skip button there. And yeah, there is a companion app. I can't do anything along that bottom line. Great. Okay, I think we'll skip this. There we go. So I get an achievement for the easy exit. I'm not dumb. I could do that, you know. Yeah, there's a companion app that's actually a guide to this game. There's also in the bottom right a hint indicator, and that recharges over time. I guess kind of similar in a way to how the room does things, but if I touch it, it kind of highlights a thing that I want to interact with. Because most of Pahelika so far is basically about there you go. Using the scroll now would just waste it. Okay, I'll leave it then. It's basically about sort of cursor sweeping and things like that. I wonder if I could put that there. There we go. I could put that over there. That won't work. Okay, put that over there then. So I've still got to get my yellow thing. Oh, the yellow thing was just there. Okay. What? Ah, these are separate things there. Magic sand. Use the magic sand. There's a magic sand over here. No. There's a magic sand on the blue one. Nope, that didn't work. That didn't work either. Oh, okay, it is working. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm doing it in the wrong order now, because that's where it says the red, green, blue, yellow thing. So, yeah, I need to find that yellow stone. I got distracted. Let's use a hint. Ah, there it is. So it's a lot of these, oh hey, here's a tiniest detail that if I were to sort of zoom in and just like tap at every sort of square, then I would eventually find it. So, I mean, the room does this as well, and the room it's very pretty and it's driven by atmosphere rather than the difficulty of its puzzles, which I think are fairly easy. And yeah, I think to an extent, I mean, the room is fantastic, but it's a little bit sort of overrated in that regard, just from a challenge perspective and where it gets its difficulty from. I think in Pahelika, that's kind of doubled down on the fact that the production values aren't as good as the room is. So that kind of makes it, I think it's going to give this game a tough time. But, I mean, the story is fairly overacted, but it's fairly interesting. So there's that. So red, then green, then blue, then yellow. Okay, so it's red right now. It's green on that. Go on. Oh, you need to sort of reset it, don't we? So I was messing around with this too much. Something went wrong, thank you. Good. We can start from the beginning. Red. There you go. Green. Right. Yeah. Do it. zoom in. Yeah, I mean it's art like this. This does not exactly look HD, does it? You know, it's. I mean, it's difficult with this sort of 2D bitmapped art, I guess, but and again, come on, it's. My goodness. Yeah. Speaking of the magic dust on the hellfire, that's right, yeah. It should be... Oh, good grief. See, the blue one works. And it says it went wrong. Red, blue. And the yellow one doesn't work. Yeah. Actually, I feel... What? Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter where I put it. Okay, fair enough. All right. Yeah, let's try it again. And do it properly this time. Here we go. Reds. I just got to put it in the middle. I was sprinkling it on the stones. Green. There you go. There we go. Blue and yellow. And use that spell on it. There it goes. Whoosh. And then I can step in here. There you go. So shades of mist, I suppose. And then you get like these nice little comic book cutscenes. Tell you what's going on.
Then I was back in the study.
And yeah, it's all about this Pahelika, this mysterious book. And once you finish a chapter, you get a stone in the book, and then like you want to keep on going to get all 4 of those. And yeah, every now and then it goes, hey, get the free Pahelika strategy guides if you want, even though the puzzles are just a matter of sort of pixel hunting, and then there's hints in it and stuff. You know, it's I don't really think you're going to need the strategy guide to advance too far in here, but there's some interesting little logic puzzles. It's a sort of soft, decent, slow-paced little game, but yeah, I think occasional frustrations. Wow, and occasionally, you just feel bad. 4,000 main hours were spent playing Pahelika, and then I couldn't do that jigsaw puzzle because, yeah, just the sort of, I don't know, little, allegations to how actually screens are designed. It was just a little bit of a miss there. At least we could skip through it. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad at all. It's a decently crafted adventure. You know, I kind of like some of the story elements to it. A little bit overdone. The art isn't anything amazing, so it's going to have trouble standing up to the Room 2, but I guess if you're done with the Room 2 and you like that kind of thing and you're not too discerning, then this might be a nice little distraction for you. It is fairly pricey, I think. I'm going to have a look up how much it actually costs. And yeah, $4.99 on iOS, also on Android. Apparently this came out on PC a while ago, which kind of probably, a few years back. Which explains its perhaps kind of uncomfortable quote-unquote HDifying, which I don't think it looks particularly HD. So I think it is a pretty difficult value proposition at $5. There might be a few decent little puzzles here, and it might be nice to sort of advance through it. If it's ever on the cheap, but kind of difficult to recommend at this price. Anyway, that's Pahelika Secret Legends HD on iOS. I've been Chris Charlton. Thanks for watching. Bye.